Marriage, the ultimate union of two souls, the promise of lifelong companionship and love. But what if it doesn't work out? What if the love fades away? What if the soulmates become strangers? That's where divorce comes in. But be warned, divorce isn't just a legal process, it's also an expensive one. According to the recent data, the average cost of divorce in India ranges from 50,000 to 5 lakh depending on the complexity of the case. That's a pretty significant amount of money that can take a toll on your finances. Divorce expenses in India include court fees, lawyer fees, property division cost, and alimony payments. It's important that you're aware of all these expenses when planning for a divorce so you can prepare financially. The legal process for divorce in India can be long and arduous. On average, it takes about 1 to 2 years to obtain a divorce, depending on the complexity of the case. By the time your divorce is finalized, you might end up looking like a sage with a long beard. And maybe looks like you might need to budget for therapy as well. Which is why it's important to be aware of all the expenses involved and be prepared financially.
So now I will be explaining you about what are the things that we need to take care of while we're doing the mutual divorce. So first of all, there is child custody. So if you have a child, a couple should always decide what is the best for the child. It can be the environment, it can be the school they go to, it can be the city they want to live in. Whatever you decide, it has to be the best for your child. So you need to mutually discuss about it. And the second is alimony. Alimony is basically the regular amount of time that the court asks a person to pay for the spouse who is dependent on them financially. So a person who is going to pay this amount on a regular basis should take care of all the preparations before the divorce. And the third is shared assets. So couples who are married, they normally tend to buy the assets and different kind of things together. So before you want to get divorced, sit together and try to convince each other about how you're going to divide such assets. And at the same time, it is always very important to consult the lawyer about the tax laws that are applicable on such transferable assets. And the final point that I want to talk about is the litigation charges. When there is a mutual divorce, only one lawyer can do the work. So the couples, they can discuss about who is going to pay the cost of the litigation charge. Normally, both of them decide to split the cost equally, but if one of them earns more than the other, the ones who earn more pays the cost of the litigation charge.
Apart from this, let us know what other expenses do we get from an advocate perspective.
Hello, I'm Chachita and I'm a lawyer. Today, I will tell you how much a divorce costs in your pocket. So before we jump onto the cost, let me tell you how the divorce has evolved in India. So we know we have different sections of society in India. We have Hindus, Muslims, Christians, Parsis, Jains, and they have different laws. For example, the Hindu Marriage and Divorce Act of 1955 covers the Hindu and Jainism and Sikh. The Indian Divorce Act covers the Christian marriages and divorce. So a lot of people don't approach the right lawyers for their divorce matter. And for that, I'm here to explain the cost breakdown which a lawyer charges. Because we all know the charges of litigations are very much high. The lawyer charges not just involve their fees into appearance, but it also take their drafting charges, their consultation charges, and collecting the evidence. Also, the settlement cost is there because you need a proper life after your divorce. So, the average cost a lawyer takes for a mutual divorce is around 50,000, which might go up to 1 lakh, depending upon how much appearance he will do in the court proceedings. The Indian court has also introduced a family code, where all the matters related to family disputes are resolved there. But if you're thinking that your lawyer motive is only to get you divorced, that is not true. Because the litigation process is very long, because it involves the conciliation and mediation process. Now you must be thinking, what is conciliation and mediation process? The conciliation or mediation process is somewhat like a person has been appointed to resolve the dispute between the spouse. The other factor why the lawyer charges a high fees is also depending whether the lawyer is from High Court or Supreme Court or from a district court. If your lawyer is clever, he might judge you on your financial capacity and may dig into your pocket. The other factor might also depend upon the region or the city you are residing. If you are residing in Tier 1 city of India, the cost might go up to 1 lakh. But if you are living in Tier 2 or Tier 3 city, you can assume a cost of around 50,000 average. The cost of divorce also depends upon how complex your matter is and if there are any criminal activity involved in your case. For example, domestic violence or dowry. So finally, after divorce, what about the maintenance cost you'll give to your spouse? That depends upon our Criminal Procedure Act and Section 125. What is maintenance? Under Section 125 of Criminal Procedure Act, maintenance का एक क्लॉज दिया गया है जहाँ पे अभी तक ये कहा गया है कि the male is responsible to take care of his wife and his family, including child. But there have been certain judgments from Supreme Court and High Courts where the judge has or the court has recognized that even the wife is responsible to maintain their children and their family and even the husband. So, talking about the cost of litigation now. So now the lawyer doesn't only charge you for your divorce, whether it's mutual or one-sided, but they also take care how the maintenance will be done and how you will be properly living after your divorce. And so thank you for watching today's video. For more such video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Bullsmart Stock Academy.